Okay, so we all know Ken just dropped the deluxe of A Great Chaos. It was heat. A lot of new ones on there. A lot of good new ones. One in particular that was sick was Mewtwo. Freaking banger. All right. So I'm sitting here. I'm like, what would be a great video to make? And then I was like, I can make a tutorial on how to make beats like Mewtwo. So now we're here. Yeah, let's get started. So first we have the melody, or the chords, the main chords. So I started out with a piano from Flex, Steinway D. I took the reverb and delay off of it, and I got these chords, which sound like this. Super positive, super happy sounding. And then I layered it, or I guess that's kind of the layer. That was just this one I started with. And I went into Serum. I went into Serum and made this. Made this synth. It's pretty goofy sounding. But then I made the chords, put the same chords that I had on Steinway D piano into Serum, and it gave me this. Now there wasn't delay at first. I went in and I put gross beat, gave it a little halftime at the very end. I put fruity delay on there, and then I cut out the low ends in the EQ. And together that sounds like this. So that's pretty cool. I like these more positive sounding Ken beats a lot, to be honest. So these are really fun to make. Now along with that, I put in all these accents, including starting with this lead. I'll just do this one first. Starting this lead from Serum, I think it's just, yeah. So I just took the default settings, like literally just raw, ramped up the unison and detuned it like barely, and then put like mono legato and always on so it would slide, and so I got this. So if you're wondering how it's doing that little start effect, I just put gross beat basic 10 to give it that little reverse-ish type of effect. So yeah, that's what that is. Pretty cool. And then for the rest of these accents, these were heavily inspired by Me and My Cup, because honestly the best way that I have found to getting better at beats is remaking beats that are already like made. So when I remade Me and My Cup, there were a bunch of these little accents. I'll just play them all at once, and then I'll show you each individually. So that's repeating pretty much the whole thing. So this first one is this little Serum kind of arpeggiator plucky thing. I just found this one of the, it's called, I'm just gonna say PYG. Yeah, it sounds like this. Super weird. And then I just kind of clicked this in and made this. Now I think I also put some delay. Yeah, I put some free delay on there. Pulled this back a little bit just to give it less intense of an effect. And then I got a sine lead, and then I went into GMS and found like a synth and just made these two quick little leads. Or at least for the sine, I made a quick little lead, and then the GMS I just did a repeating note. So that's literally just, that goes throughout the whole thing. And then that's the whole melody, and that's the whole melody together. Super positive and fun-loving. Okay, now for the beat. So I start out with this 808, free Young Thug 808 from a pack that I have that I'm gonna gatekeep. But yeah, I just did this repeating pattern throughout the whole song. That's how it sounds. Super basic, nothing much to that. Same with the rest of the drums. That's the thing about making beats like this. If your melodies and stuff are going to be super complicated like this, even though this isn't really that complicated, but like if they're going to be having a lot going on, you don't want your drums to have as much going on, because it's just going to clog the beat and make everything just way too, it's just going to be an overload of sounds. So yeah. And then for the rest of the drum, for the hi-hat, I just did this basic pattern. Super basic. Same with the tops. For this open hat, I just did a repeating like tss, and then for the snare, just another basic snare layout, nothing complicated. And then here are the drums all together. Once again, super basic, just trying to give, I guess, more focus on the melody than anything, and giving room for the vocals. And then I just put these little random cymbals throughout, and I gave this some delay too, just to give it some aesthetic. And I threw the tag in there and finished the beat. You know, let me know how it was. And yeah.